Okay, so I end up in the physics.
I guess it was what's supposed to happen.
No, I think you're right that I was supposed to wait for both of them to go by.
Mm.
It's just that I
Checkpointing
didn't.
through here, yeah.
Hey, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Right.
Which makes me wonder if if I kind of missed my chance.
I don't think so.
Let's see, so that is safe to drop through.
Okay, that's probably it. And just falling to the ground and not the water.
Over here.
Mm-hmm.
Over. Oh.
Well,
So, yeah, I did miss my chance, so I'm going to have to wait until next time.
Mm.
Okay, keep my eyes on the prize.
Right.
And hopefully I do not fall off into the water.
Yeah, this is weird. So what are you supposed to do? That's where the arrow is, yeah. Huh.
Yep, I just have to wait for it to turn back around.
So you're almost there, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Maybe?
Maybe? There you go. Ouch, that was most of your health. Okay, where to next?
I have to wait for it to go back in the right position, and then I can follow that.
Okay.
So I'm actually supposed to be here.
Hmm.
On this one.
On this one, okay.
But due to the fact that there are questionable physics going on...
It is full of physics.
Okay. So, do I go...
Looks like that's where the arrow is pointing.
That's probably not going to end well. Well, let's try it.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Nope.
I guess maybe I have to keep waiting. Yeah, I bet just the fact that I let myself get trapped in the physics here means I'm basically just going to have to wait for a full revolution before any of this is going to make sense.
Mm.
Which is horrible level design.
Yeah. If you do a restart from checkpoint, maybe?
It would checkpoint me here.
Hmm.
And I'm not going to restart the entire thing. That would just be silly. Okay.
So we know that that's our first stop, right?
Yeah.
You know,
actually, I'm wondering if this will actually get me eventually killed. Because it's eventually going to loop me over, and I am not going to survive that fall, I don't think.
Cecil, excuse me, Braid would like to disagree. Braid was a really interesting, although I would say questionable physics in that one as well.
Yep. Okay, so that's how that goes.
Right.
So I have a very limited time to get into a safe position. Yeah, the fact that you can make a very simple mistake like that.
Yeah.
And it won't even let me fire.
Yeah. Jeez. You really think it's weird because normally when the game checkpoints you, it doesn't factor in your current state. It just like marks that you're at an area, then it resets things to how it should be, you know. And yeah, so it's weird to do that this time.
But this is the way I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what do I do? I can't open.
Can't open the vault, right? Oh, keep going.
Isn't that where I just came through?
I don't think so. You kind of dropped into it.
Yeah, that is.
Oh yeah, because that would have been below you, right? In that case... Oh, you wait.
Okay.
So we're definitely going to call this episode the waiting game.
So I can't open the shoebox.
Fun
So
of the
I
real
keep
shoebox.
Well, none of this is real. So
Hell yeah.
by definition, it's not the real
An
shoebox.
elevator? Sure, why not? Next stop, sanity. You're doing well. Keep going.
It's hard to make sense of this place.
It's a dream. This is a vast place, home to forces and beings that are completely alien.
The Dark Presence.
Yes. I don't know what happened to it after your final encounter.
Is there any way out of here?
Sometimes transmissions can be sent between worlds. You've done this yourself. But to actually leave the dark place, I haven't found a way.
Yeah, it's a good point. Probably wouldn't be here if he had.
Stucky's gas station. Not something I particularly wanted to see, but obviously I wasn't the one in the driver's seat.
Well, he kind of is.
Another memory made real. Wake would never make it. The insanity he was facing was already a part of it. In him. His own doing. He couldn't possibly win. He didn't even want to.
Interesting.
Yeah, hunting rifle sounds good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's actually used it.
Yeah, definitely. And that's been all shotgun all the time, which I'm not complaining about, but
That is more your thing.
At least
Right.
the lighthouse was much closer now. I would have to make my way up there somehow.
it would make sense that the highest point of light would be how you'd escape the dark. And you can obviously do a boom over on the side. Nice. You're probably supposed to wait for a wave to be there for that.
If I had done so, it probably wouldn't have worked.
Nice. As you're getting them in one or two shots, though, you know, it doesn't matter too much.
Well, again, I think this is basically permanently set on easy mode.
Yeah, I noticed there wasn't a difficulty option when you started the DLC. I guess they kind of do that to make sure they can ration the challenge more precisely.
Right.
So one of the arguments for why the Dark Souls games never have an easy mode. They are perfectly calibrated to tick you off and tick you off and tick you off, and then, oh, I won! Yay!
Well, we are not talking about Dark Souls in this stream.
No. But, you know, the context of challenge and difficulty and everything. Look at another boom.
Not that I need it.
Yeah.
Or particularly want it in this case. Okay, let's go for a safe place.
Mm-hmm. You found your happy place.
I'm willing to bet that...
Hey, Vex.
Hey, Vex.
Whoever the Max Payne VA is very recognizable.
I thought I saw a shiny back
Hey,
here.
Slur.
Hey, Slur.
What is it? Alan's Steak here. We are at the end, actually. Alan has gone crazy. He is in the Dark Presence, and he is trying to get his way out. I'm sorry, Vex. Speaking of happy and safe places, this will be our safe space from the other games we stream. Speaking of, we should probably start thinking, not distracted from the game, so we can keep it under our hats for now. Start thinking of what we're going to do next after Alan
Okay,
Wake is
I am
gone.
going to the happy place. Because this is just getting silly.
Right. Can't think of what else. I mean, you did a quick pass of it. I don't know if there's any collectibles or anything in there.
Did I actually get a reload from that?
Probably fell down past it.
Wow.
Wire. All right, we're done reading Alan Wake. We're going to go watch The Wire now.
Let's see, is there anything to all of these wires? For now, let's go ahead and drop on down.
Yeah. It gives you a nice vantage point over the area, I guess, but... Ooh, hunting rifle ammo.
Oh, that's useful.
That's the one you wanted.
And that one just in case.
Right. Oh, this is
Oh,
one
so
of
a little bit of
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Laura says if we don't go back to Ichigo and ramen, we'll be quite ticked. That's true. We should do Awakened Fate. Nice. Slur, if we're at the end of the game, I guess that means you're down to the wire.
Oh.
Yeah, I would have thought that there would have been those electrical wire hazards that you could get the taken zapped by. Doesn't look like it, though. I guess you just had to light them all off because it'll connect to something down the line.
That's what I would guess, yeah. Alternatively, it might just point the direction I need to go in.
Right. Go back to LOL. Ben did play Heroes of the Storm that one time, but we've never done League or Dota or anything.
That said, it is a very easy mistake to make.
Yeah. You sell Trout one time, and we'll never let you live it down.
I admit that I probably will end up doing it again, not necessarily streaming it, but they're releasing a new character that I'm very interested in. So, League of Legends, though, I may have sold out, but I still have some dignity left. Guess, do I go around?
We have been thinking about how to get more followers, right? Now, getting lost in the shuffle of a MOBA is not the way to do that if you want to sell out, which we don't, to be clear. Yeah, gasoline. Don't you love gasoline brand gasoline? I do, actually.
And I especially love it because I know exactly what I'm going to get.
I knew that was going to work. Too high.
See, the sad thing is, from the geometry, I was certain that was going to work. And then it didn't.
Nope.
I guess I have to keep going the other way to light it up.
Oh, Slur is actually asking seriously that he got the Overwatch Collector Edition the other day, and it came with codes for other Blizzard games. Is Heroes worth trying out?
I will say that if you are at all interested in the MOBA type genre, I would say that of all of obviously, I'm giving a little bit of exposition here. I would say that is definitely the best of the lot, in my opinion. Also, if you like Blizzard games at all, it is very, it'll tickle that edge. So, yeah, if you are interested in MOBAs, I would say go with Heroes of the Storm.
It seems like it's been designed to be a lot more user-friendly, too.
I would agree.
Yeah, very forgiving.
Also, the thing that I like the most about it, and I'm just going to run through here so that it's harder for them to get to me, hooray, is that it feels very intuitive, unlike League of Legends. In the sense that if you know the characters that are being talked about, you basically know how to play as them. Which, whereas in League of Legends, you kind of have to take a guess. So, yeah, it's sort of thing where if you are going to go for it, if you are a Blizzard fan, go for it.
Fair enough.
And hey, if you ever happen to do so on a day where I am not streaming anything else, I'd be happy to jump along.
Yeah, we have our Steam accounts on our profiles if you ever want to add one of us, and you do things like Dragon's Dogma Pawns or for other games and stuff.
Always leaping on my offers.
What?
I was giving an offer, and then you're like, "Oh, and if you want to use my account, who cares about your account?"
I wouldn't play Heroes.
You aren't even playing MOBAs.
Yeah, I don't.
Who are you?
So it wouldn't apply to me anyway. But no, I was just saying, a lot of people don't see the info tab.
Fair enough.
Watching the stream, yeah.
Seriously though, you don't even play MOBAs. I will say that I was, if I were, how to even put this? The reason why I'm not really interested in Overwatch is just a very silly thing that I know is very silly. Also, that is not moving. There we go.
Your logs are moving. La. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was about to say, yes, do not try Heroes of the Storm now. Wait until after the stream. Very important. But yeah, it's sort of thing where if Blizzard hadn't irrationally angered me with Overwatch, then I would actually be very happy to play it, and I could very well be playing it now. Well, not now because Alan Wake, but you get the idea. It could be in the rotation.
Slur made a reference to Team Fortress 3. Come now, we know that Valve doesn't make games with 3 in the name.
Right. And nothing up there. I was expecting something. Uh-oh. Some poor guy lost his hard hat.
Oh, we probably shot it off his head.
Like I could get headshots in this game. Alright, on we go.
Yeah, I know. Yes, sir, was referring to Overwatch.
The part of you that is in control is in the cabin, dreaming and insane.
I don't think I like that.
You represent the part of Alan Wake that is capable of rational thought and planning, which is why the part of you wants to give in. There's comfort in the oblivion of dreams.
Wait, are you telling me I'm not real?
You're as real as anything else in this place.
So,
There are two of
no.
me?
Yes.
And the one you called Mr. Scratch, he's me as well?
No.
Zane, are you playing some kind of game with me?
Yes.
I'm just trying to get continuity going, Alan. This is your
One of
mess.
my pages. You directed me to it. You had Weaver guard it. What? I don't understand.
Giving him an identity crisis.
Zane?
This is what happens when you muck about with continuity.
I cleared things up.
Now I'm just imagining what
You
would happen.
don't understand. It's homonousis.
Just imagining if Zane did initially try to talk to the other Alan first.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, Alan, we must cooperate to get out of this place. And Zane was a madman.
He started hearing people. And for those of you who don't know, that was a theology joke. Basically, one of the most sticky ones in Christianity. And a lot of people got called heretics and excommunicate each other. It was great. So, yeah. So, yes, that is, he has Zane-ness, but he is not Zane.
Right.
They are both authors, but they are not the same author. Me. I'm wondering if there's going to be a big reveal where Zane will remove his diving helmet, and it was me, Alan Wake, all along. I represent the pretentious part that comes up with copious amounts of BS, and then tries to make it all string together.
Although Slur,
Every author actually does have one of those, I'm just saying.
Slur made a comment that I didn't think about, but it kind of makes sense now, referring to him as a ghost of Christmas past.
Huh.
You know? Wait for it. Wait for it.
Yes.
Vex thought it said tools explode into ammo. Yeah, at this point, basically, if you get ammo, it will be one type of ammo. If it's tools, it'll be a battery and then one ammo pickup for every gun. So I guess it's like everything, like a one of everything.
Right.
Is what the tool thing is.
Basically, whatever you come up against, you will have the tool to beat it now.
Right.
In the unnatural wind, it was heralding the enemy's arrival. Wait, wouldn't leave this place alive.
You ever want to see something so crazy, physics in action? Watch a video of the what Tacoma Narrows was that the name of the bridge? Actually got twisted around because of how it was built in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Yes. I guess you
Just
could.
once. You know? I can go with that.
Nice. Lots of enemies here, though. Of course, if you crumble too much of the bridge, you might get restrict your movement. But taking out half of them in that one go is probably all you need. You still have the hunting rifle, or did you switch to the shotgun there?
No, I still haven't.
Okay. So figured, right.
There we go.
There you go. You did get a headshot that time. So sell yourself short.
Through no fault of my own.
Oh, look at that. I got some paint over there.
Interesting.
Oh, no,
those
just
are
lights,
glowing
yeah.
signs.
I don't think there were any supply caches in the dark place.
And it continues to be the case.
Right. Seen as an anagram of Alan, if you look at it from a 45-degree angle. Okay.
And now Zane has psychic powers?
Huh.
How the hell are you doing that?
It's like living your dreams. There's a connection.
You were in my dream.
Yes, I taught you. You fixed the foolish mistake I made with Barbara.
There's some kind of law that every kind of psychological sci-fi thing that came out after the Matrix has to involve the Matrix in some way, and I think that's the thing right there. It's like, yeah, dream stuff. Yeah, you can just manipulate it.
It is true that you can do things like lucid dreaming. So if Zane has been around for this long, it's entirely possible he figured out some tricks.
Right. It does kind of beg the question why he never did anything to help us earlier.
Well, maybe he couldn't have helped us there.
We're getting closer to the light.
Right.
His powers are stronger. Or maybe we're trying to make sense of a spot where they clearly stopped trying to make sense themselves.
Yeah, this is about the part of the show where they can freely say, this is just, we've acknowledged that Alan is crazy and this place doesn't make any sense. We can just do whatever.
Right. It's like you initially have you have your design Bible and new documentation for it and everything, and then for the DLC, they just like graffitied surrealism over it,
Oh, dear.
Yeah, luckily you still have you haven't died. You still have all of your flares. No, your ammo stays. Yeah, your ammo stays on checkpoints anyway. So
Actually,
fine.
everything stays until you get to a new area.
Right. That was it. Once or twice, like the game had a mid-chapter reset point. That's what threw me off.
There we go.
Rifle does some work though.
Yeah, it is probably the strongest weapon here. Can I actually... There we go.
That'd be too weird even for this game, Slur. Maybe, though.
Yeah, we don't know where it's going to end.
Yeah, we don't know where it's going to end, right.
So I thought it was going to end with Deerfest, but couldn't have that happy ending.
Right. And you already have the strongest flash... Oh, there's flashbangs, right.
Yeah. Well, this is actually activating that light.
Oh, okay. So it's not a flash at all, it's just a light.
Well, it's kind of a flash.
Got some birds. Yep. I was starting to say it's like, considering we're getting to the end of the Dark Presence, you think it'll be going nuts with the poltergeists and birds and stuff to try to keep you from leaving.
I cannot see what's going on. There's too much bloom and stuff.
If you do die here, I think what you might be supposed to do is retreat back to the spotlights.
Well, that's the thing. I should be in the spotlight here. See?
Oh yeah. Huh.
It's just not. Hey, it's just not doing enough damage.
Right. Made a reference to Idolmaster. Slur, have you been? I don't know if you were in there or not. If you caught any of Zane's streams, speaking of Zane, any of his streams of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, because that is another really weird game with weird psychological stuff that, in the end, is a lot simpler than it seems to be.
I will say that I had heard something about Idolmaster, but I've never actually interacted with it in any meaningful way. Well, freely confess that a lot of my free time has been taken up, because a friend of mine basically let me have kind of the free reign of her Crunchyroll account, so I have been watching all of the animes.
All the animes.
Because clearly playing it, at least twice a week isn't enough.
Right.
We need more animes.
Oh, you've been playing it too, right. Oh yeah, I think I've seen you post that, yeah.
Wake ran for the light. It was pointless. He would never reach it. His life would be snuffed out just as easily as the very thing he thought would save him.
Welp.
Wow.
Even with the light gone, all I could do was keep going.
I think lighthouses are a little overused symbolically, but
Well, you say that, but it's only, like, I think we've only seen it in 2 different games that we've been playing.
That's not as common as it used to be, since, you know, they're not as common in real life as they used to be.
Right. I mean, even, you know, going back through all the games I can think of, I can't think of too many where, you know, lighthouses actually figure that prominently.
Maybe it's one of those things you see it a couple times, and then you start thinking that it's more common than it actually is.
Right.
So one of those funny things about how the mind works.
All right.
Our statement of the year.
Yeah, he's kind of got issues.
Since we're being so frank here, Alan, and let me just reiterate how happy I am that you've had this breakthrough, I would like to summarize your condition.
By all means.
And please, just let me know if you think I'm being unfair.
All right.
Well, let's start with the obvious. The car crash.
Oh my gosh, it's
Untreated
amazing.
Head trauma.
It's actually introduced the TV.
All respect to Doc Nelson, but he's hardly a neurosurgeon. I think that the injury has affected you more than you realize.
Yeah, I have had bad headaches.
Then there's your history of substance abuse, which, combined with your chronic insomnia, has resulted in hallucinations and extremely poor impulse control. That's a dangerous combination, one which your wife has unfortunately had to suffer from far more than you.
I know. I know she has.
I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that you are existing in a state
This is
of
really, really weird.
all-encompassing denial. Your vivid fantasy casts you as a heroic victim and allows you to skirt responsibility for your own actions.
Get enough of that?
Yep.
Seeing that scene though really does make me. It makes me think I was actually
This was
right
just another
that
attempt to
Zane tried to.
By now I knew these phantoms and figments for what they were. Echoes of the pain, guilt, and hopelessness a part of me wallowed in.
That Zane actually did try to
What I
meet
heard in
with
there wasn't the
Evil
truth.
Alan,
It was just
Eval,
another toxic
and
mirage.
Mr.
It cut
Scratch.
deep, but that made me all the more determined to force myself to snap out of it. I didn't want to be that guy anymore. I had to make myself see the light.
and that's what happened. So you just imagine a guy in a diving suit talking to Alan Wake with a TV on his head, or forehead.
Lorax talking to a person with a TV in head, so Arkham Asylum. I can't go that way.
Right.
Aha!
Up you go.
Yeah, 'cause that way doesn't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.